Hi, hello and welcome. Welcome, hello, hi. It's another day. I'm changed. I was cold and wet. We are in the forest. We're going to do this hammock camp. I have a review to do after all. I need a rope mic on my head so I don't forget my mic. Yeah, pretty interesting to work with different bits of equipment and technology not doing exactly what I want it to do and capture the moment. But essentially what we are doing today is that I was determined to do the hammock camp, and then I also need to do a review. I have a review to do. There is not this review on YouTube. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and then you'll get notified when I upload this kind of content or any other kind of content. Gym wise, I'm going for 115 bench. I've done 110 a few times last week. I've got a few videos of that, but I failed done the 110 easy, and then tried 112.5. We're moving, I shake your arms. So maybe need to work on my triceps a bit or something. Anyway, that's gym stuff. Today we are hiking, not hiking very far. Yesterday was just right for me. I've got a little hot spot on my little toe on the outside. I think it's like the stones and the constant over those. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm gonna have to carry my pack to camp, and then I might go for a walk and see what's about. Try and find some wild edibles, or maybe just get some pine needles and some nettles for a cup of tea. Just some natural stuff. I do have some food today to cook. I forgot my dinner, but I've got breakfast. So I might have breakfast for dinner and then skedaddle in the morning. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me. Let's do the video. We are in the forest. I've got a slightly different camp spot. I'm just up the corner from there. I'm in between the rows now. So instead of being off to one, I'm literally in the middle. We've got cover from that side, we've got cover from that side. I'm gonna put the hammock long ways and 2 tarps, one for shelter, put the camera under. It might rain, it might not, but I'm gonna set camp up. Looking forward to it. Okay, so this is what we've come up with. We've got our tarp, we've got our DD hammock, our bug net up. When I get in this, it's going to drop quite a lot, so it'll be away from the tarp. I'll test it out for a bit first, and I tried to start by hanging it up a bit higher. Excuse me, but this tarp is actually really long, so I had to change trees. So what I'd like to show you is what I've done for my bed system today. So I've got this. If this doesn't keep me any kind of warm tonight, I won't use it again. But I've got my foam mat, which I've used before. I've used it before with this and I was fine. So I have slept a night in this before with my children, but I had my 3-year-old up one end and I was up the other end. So it wasn't the best night's sleep for me. I am dubious tonight. I'm doing a Selkbag review. So whether I slide in the bag or not, because you're in a bag, and it did kind of me in the night and I couldn't move, but I had a 3-year-old up the other end. So the plan is tonight, this is a double layered hammock. The plan is tonight, I am going to put my pad and that other insulation pad. I'm going to pop that in here. There's a different one to the last one. And I'm going to put that in the bottom so it doesn't slide around. So I'll come back to you when I've done it, so you're not just listening. Or you can see if you like. Perfectly there. Not a lot to see, but I'm going to encase these two pads. I'm going to make a bushcraft burrito. Once I find that corner, I'm going to keep hold of it, work my way down. It's getting a little bit damp now, but that's okay. It's going underneath me. So that just keeps that together. This has got a drawstring on it as well, so I can just close that top. So as long as me, this. What do you reckon? An insulated underpad, but I did it on the other side. So. I think that's one of the best ideas I've had so far for a sleeping pad. I'll get the rest set up and come back to you. Okay, so we've got the bottom in. Let's have a look what we've brought for our top. So we're actually going to be, I think, pretty cushy this evening. Not taking any risks. We're going to start with that same blanket, that fleece one. So we'll start with that, and I'm going to layer it in that way. This cocooned me quite nice. I would even say it encapsulated me. And if it hadn't been for the breeze, I would have been cushy. And I could have moved my tarp position, I could have put the skin on, all that kind of stuff, but I wasn't too bad, so I wasn't in a bad situation at all. Okay, so we get this blanket in, and we have some hanging out. Might undo the other side as well. I can find the zip. Bring that a bit closer because that was inconvenient. So there we go. Now we can put our bed out like so. See what we're going for, can't you? And I'll put the other one the other way. Fold the two over. So this is the more quilted one, but it's thinner. So I wasn't too confident with it. Although technically it should be more insulated. It's a nice size, made sure they were long enough, long as me. Well, I hope the mic picked up all that swishing, because now I've got a mic, you can hear everything that I can hear without the wind. Nice and peaceful here. None of that wind stuff. Ah, it's beautiful. Got a second tarp set up. Told you I had two tarps. That's where I'm going to put my kit. I've got a chair. I'm going to sit out, do some cooking shortly. So let's put you back. Yeah. Sweet. So I should have a chair. So everything I packed in this bag was stuff I needed. And I was meant to have faith in myself. Not sure how much faith. I was pretty sure that I brought the chair. I didn't bring the chair, but it does give me the perfect opportunity to show you this little pot that I made, that I keep Vaseline in, or that came with Vaseline in, and once it's used, you've got a nice little pot. I made this, veneered it. Let's have a look at my Selkbag. No chair. Okay, so that's the bottom side done. I've put my Selkbag in. Did I record that? The world is against me, as we know. I did a whole little section on my Selkbag and it didn't record. So let me re-review my Selkbag. This is an extra large real tree pattern. Real tree. It's bigger than me. If it wasn't for my shoulders, I'd be falling out of this. It would keep me up, but I got it so I had plenty of space. You know, it's not the best for walking around in, but I don't plan on walking around in it. I just plan on sleeping in it. So what's it like to sleep in a hammock? We're going to find out, because the first time I did, I was sliding down and it was very uncomfortable, and when you lay down it compresses the insulation. So we'll see how this holds up. We've got the pad, we've got the blankets. I think we're going to be absolutely fine tonight. I actually kind of want it to be a bit colder to really put it through the test. But there you go. I'm perfectly happy with what I've got, and I'm going to go foraging soon. So let's go and have a little forage. Oh, found some pine needles, so that wasn't hard, but let's see what else we can find. I mean, there's a big stick there. I could use that. Okay, so I'm going to harvest this broken dead tree. Silky saw at the ready. I've had better saws, but for a bush saw, it's not bad. Getting through. Fairly clean. Two. One more. I always fast forward the sawing bit on other people's videos. Okay, so this is my bushcraft. Okay, so this is my bushcraft chair. 3 logs wedged in with other sticks. She does the job. I'm happy. So I did find some pine needles and I tried to clean them up, but they were a bit gnarly. I pigeoned shit on them and stuff, so I wasn't going to boil it, even if it was boiled. But I'm going to try some of this thing because it's low. All the others are dead, as you can see, low branches. Also, we had a visit from 3 dogs and a woman. So we are busted, but I'm staying. Oh, I tell you, I've done some distance this weekend. We're nearly back at camp. It's gone. My legs hurt. I've definitely burnt more calories than I've eaten this weekend. That's the idea. Rather than beer and kebab, we do hike. And no insulin spike. Good camo. We take a little stove. I think half one of these should be absolutely fine. Take our pot. Light the fuel cell. So we're still on the same water from yesterday. And I've had a few swigs out of this. That'll do, just enough water to get a little tea. Get those pine needles out. So yeah, these were from a fresh pine tree, baby pine tree. Lovely job. Okay, so while we wait for that to boil, I'd like to talk about my layers today. So after yesterday getting wet with a big hike, I decided that, you know, if I was in trouble and I did that for a hike day and I had to spend the night in the cold whilst I was wet, I would probably have to build a fire. You know, because I didn't have to build a fire, I wasn't going to. It would have to be quite a large fire and dry my clothes out before I got into bed. I would have survived, I would have made it, but it wouldn't have been very pleasant, and had a perfectly good bed at home. So I went home, had a shower, and it was lovely, and I slept so well. I'm hoping that I sleep well tonight. I've had quite a bit of sleep this week, because I've actually had a week off gym. So it was the week before I done 110, and at the moment I've just come off an 18-month bulk, and I've done 2 weeks cut in and had a whole week off. So into my fourth week of cutting technically, because I've rested my tendons this week. It's been quite nice, apart from walking and carrying. I tell you, my traps from yesterday, carrying that bag, oh, they were tight and sore in the car. Felt wonderful, but yeah, everything's changing for me again. Won't have as much time to do these videos, but this is essentially what I do now. Doing it because I want to, and then doing it to film it, vlog it, are two different things. Normally, I just do this anyway, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're mad? Where are you going to sleep in the woods for?" I spent one night in the woods, like, so what? But now that I'm vlogging it, I just wanted you to know that. But essentially, this is me in my element. And if you'd noticed, I do have ADHD. I do have dyslexia, and I'm left-handed. So that as a triple combo should be probably left off most menus, you know. But I enjoy it, and you may have noticed that there's a few moments where I just stop and just breathe and take it all in, and that is probably the only opportunity that I get to do that, unless I'm sitting at home staring at my phone, watching a show, enjoying other people's content. I am constantly on the move. I'm always doing something, and if I do spend too long sitting down, I feel guilty about it and get up and do something. And the job that's on my mind, that's been playing on my mind all day, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. It takes me 15 minutes to do it, and I'm like, now what? You know? So I'm worrying about nothing, and that is my life essentially. I'm very impulsive. Like, I've got to go to the coast and do a walk. I've got to come and camp in my hammock. Now, this I definitely had to do because I haven't done a solo camp in my hammock. And so it wasn't a fair trial, I believe. I don't think it was. Well, thanks for listening to me. I think my pine tea will be ready soon. We will have a fire later, just a little one, just to stay warm, just to warm up before we get in bed. And I'll probably cook my breakfast for dinner. See how hungry we get. I've got a soup, but it's a breakfast, so with it being Valentine's Day this year, it's been and gone. I came the day after. I'd had a late night that night, but it got me thinking to and of the people that I love, and you know, it's my family and my children, and I just want to let them know that I do love them and I think of them a lot, and yeah, wish my boys were here. They'd be loving this. You know, once we've got set up and Dad's not shouting at them for stop standing on the lines and stuff. Yeah, and I like bringing them to the coast and stuff. It's all good. Fish and chips, ice cream. That's what it's about. Okay, so that's definitely a rolling boil. I'd say we've extracted the pine, extracted the goodness from this pine tea. Well, it's about that much. Don't need much more. Beautiful. Cheers, everyone. First cup of pine tea. Not too bad, just tastes like a bit like weak green tea. Doesn't taste like pine, doesn't taste like lemon pledge. Damn. I love lemon pledge. So I swear I spoke about some trail mix yesterday. Here she blows. In here I have some hazelnuts, almonds, cashews, Brazil nuts. Now you don't want to eat too many of these a day, but they do boost your testosterone. And some dried apricots, these are my favourite. I could eat these by the bag and then pay for it the next day, but very good for fibre, good bit of dried carbohydrate. I'll just have like another one of each. Alright, 2 cashews. And bits of apricot. Packed full of fats and energy. You don't need much more, I promise you, you don't need much more. If I'd have done like a massive hike today, I might eat half of that, but it's full of calories. Yum. Cool, so I now have the opportunity to show you what's in this little fella. So glad you asked. So this was a Christmas present bought to me a few years ago, and I like to pull it out on camping trips with my kids mainly, and they're just like, oh, Dad. But you know, here are a geek's guide to planet Earth. A few fun facts. Earth is the densest planet in the solar system. The average density of the Earth is approximately 5.52 grams per cubic centimetre. You're welcome. The largest living structure on Earth is the Great Barrier Reef, which sits in shallow water off the coast of Eastern Australia. It is over 1,600 miles long and covers, 16,000 miles long. Told you numbers, don't my friend. Miles long and covers a total area of around 130,000 square miles. What's that? You want one more? Okay, one more. Just one more. We are camping. All right, I'm going to get it from the big deck. Put them in there. Pop that there. Take that off. Planet Earth fact number 3. The tallest waterfall on Earth is Angel Falls in Venezuela, which is 3,212 feet high. It is as tall as a 300-story building. We'll save some facts for another day. Okay, so it's getting a little bit chilly now. Temperature has definitely dropped. I'm going to get the fire on and I'm going to save breakfast for breakfast. But I might make another soup or a soup. This one is chicken and vegetable with croutons. I love the croutons. You've got to have the croutons, but you can see this needs using. Bouillon. Okay, so I'm going to get a small fire on and I'm going to boil some water for some soup. That's my dinner for tonight. If I get a bit peckish, I'll have some trail mix. Yeah, I'm going to get a little fire, get a little bit warm. Should be getting dark by then, and then I'm going to get in the hammock. I might need to pay this fire a little attention. I think we have ignition. You know what? If this is as bright as it is on my screen, that is not how bright it is. Yes, I've got flash on, but it's picking it up quite nicely. I need to do a lumen check. Lumens. Lumen 2. So much lumen. Wow. So many lumens. Well, I shall burn this till it's gone down, drink my chicken soup, which is delicious, I might add, and then I'm going to get in the hammock. I won't film that bit, because by the time I'm comfy and cozy, I'm not going to want to get out again to get my camera. But I'll bring you with me. I've got to get in my Selkbag first. I'll come back with a time. But we are pretty much done for the night. I'm going to put that bag under my tarp. Excuse me. My cushy. Okay, so there's only two things left to do. That's a lumen check and get in the Selkbag. Get in bed. I will get back to you when I am in the hammock. Okay, so it's pitch black. Lumen check. Yeah, boy. We got the lumens. Head torch. Lumen 1. Lumen 2. Lights up the whole camp. Got these bad boys. Well, this is my view in the hammock. My toes are out, but I think they'll be alright. I'm covered anyway. Double blanket. Wrapped up pretty well. This is me for the night. Good night, everyone. So, situation report, aka sit rep. I don't know if I like sleeping in hammocks. I did fall asleep at about 8:15, something like that. I think just past 8 o'clock basically. And I've woken up at 11 to pee. And I can't get back to sleep, but it's a bit... I don't understand why my hammock is like skinny. I'm pretty sure why. When I turn on the side, it's skinny out. And I've also had to adjust the hammock. I'm warm enough, but then because of the hammock, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. My brain won't turn off now. I've been asleep and I'm awake again. If it wasn't pitch black and I wasn't doing a video, I'd be carrying on. I would literally just be like, where's my bed? Because that's what I feel like doing now, crawling into a nice comfy bed. Yeah, we're here for another 8 hours. Yeah, around like that. Okay, that is the situation report. Thanks for listening. So it is 12:30 only, and I'm just so awake. My eyes are asleep, my eyes are fast asleep, but my brain is awake. So we're having a little fire, having a bit of me time. Wait until I'm tired again, I guess. Or we'll stay awake all night. See how this goes. Yes, we got the battery lamp out. We've got the fire. It's only like 10 to 1. Unfortunately for me, one of the symptoms of my ADHD is that once I'm awake, that's it, I'm awake. And it can be 4 o'clock in the morning, or it could be 7 o'clock in the morning, you know. either way, once I've been up and gone to the toilet and engaged my brain, it's very hard for me to get back to sleep. Last week I wasn't cold and I wasn't warm, I was like just right, and I was able to manage it, so it wasn't too bad. And then it's a bit slippy and slidey with the blankets in the hammock, and there's a few cold spots. Not cold, but it's just, if I turn over on my side, I've got the edge like right up on my shoulder, so it's like I feel like 5 ml of water in a teaspoon. Well, I'm back in the hammock. New, what do you call it, setup, I suppose. I've just put the blankets on me, so I'm not constantly trying to cover it. See what I mean? Like the sides, like here and here. There should be, I should have loads of room, you know. But if I turn over, my arm is like spilling out here. So, not really sure what's going on today with all this jizz, but we'll try and go back to sleep. Good morning, everyone. It's 20 to 7. How did I sleep? I've had better nights. There was a few cold spots, but once I just stuck the blankets over the top of me, I was cushy, absolutely fine. Except I fell asleep with, took this off, I was that warm that I took this off. Woke up with cold ears, God knows what time, but then got back to sleep. Oh, I think maybe I got back to sleep again until now. So just laying there for 10 minutes listening to the sounds of the forest. I probably could have got back to sleep again, which would have been nice, but I needed the toilet, so I am up. Okay, so how did we sleep? With our eyes closed, and at times. We're going to do some breakfast, pack up. My brain is not with it yet. Okay, so I've done my best, so you can see what I'm doing here. But I've had to move my chair a couple of times. Last night it was because the smoke decided to go in the direction of my chair. Cardinal sins. I have made bloody chicken soup in the breakfast pot last night, didn't I? So I might have it's like chicken bouillon flavour. Let's remove that ash. Sticking with fuel cells. So what have we got today? We have bacon, sausage, black pudding, and that's it. I didn't bring no beans, I didn't bring no egg. Boom. I do got the butter. Butter. I love butter. Probably want a bit more than that. only just frozen still, which means our food is perfectly preserved. 4 sausages, 2 bacon, 2 black pudding. They are chipolatas as well, so it shouldn't take too long to cook. Gonna need a bit more. So, can we cook a fry up, even if it is for one, in a mess tin? Should be fun. I'm pretty sure, you know, the bacon's going to shrink. Might get the black pudding in as soon as these are showing any sort of colour on them. Definitely hot enough to cook. It's better than waiting for them sticks to warm up, wasn't it? Oh, I feel fresh today. So, can I sleep in a hammock? Yes, I can sleep in a hammock. Excuse me. Do I need to tweak it a bit? Yeah. Apart from that, overall review for the Selkbag, sleeping in it. This is what is missing from YouTube. No one has mentioned about what it's actually like to sleep in. No, as I say, I got the extra large. I was worried that I would be all constricted and like that. So I probably could have got away with the large, and then I wouldn't look so ridiculous walking around camp in such an overly sized, baggy affair. If anyone has a large one and they want to swap for an extra large, drop a comment. I'm sure we can sort something out, because they're not cheap, and I'd rather find out and it be bigger than it be too small, because, you know, this I've got something to work with. Too small, I wouldn't be able to wear it. So you never know with these companies, you know, they say large and they think some large person is some man that works in an office and never goes anywhere and does anything. That's not a large man. That's a portly man. Oh, they are brown already. And, oh no. Look at that, fried off chicken soup. Probably didn't need to individually pack them. Really? Oh. All good. We are swimming in fat now. So these sausages will get nice boiling, nice frying, as will black pudding. Now I know what you're thinking, I need some beans, and you're right, I do need beans. Many a war have been fought over beans. There is 4 pieces of bacon, maybe 3. is a hearty breakfast, guys. Four bits of bacon. I don't think they need four. Shove two in. All in one breakfast. All in one pan. Didn't think this way. Normal black pudding chicken. I'll have that. Okay, this ain't easy. I mean, it is easy. It's just all in one pan. So it's not easy to manoeuvre. I could have done a lot better job if I'd have brought a larger pan. But that's okay. It is what it is. We just need to use this last fuel cell also. Last square one anyway. All the others I've got now are little round boys, and they do each one boils a cup in a bit, so that's perfect. I don't have to break it, I don't have to get it on my fingers, and I don't have to worry about it going out in the wind, because they never used to go out in the wind, and then when they got wet, and they've gone out. So let me down a couple of times. I'll rotate the bacon around to the bottom now. Now we're cooking. I might fast forward this next bit. Look it. You can sit here with me and add an extra dynamic to the video. You love a bit of watching people cook. You know, personally, I still watch the cookery program. I keep things as simple as possible when I'm out. If I'm with other people, then yeah, I'll make it do. But a fry up in the morning is probably about my limit when I go camping, normally. I do actually have another treat which I totally forgot last night. Totally forgot I had it, and then I ran out of light. Anyway, so I'll eat that when I get home, and it was a sliver of lamb's liver. That's meant to be my dinner. I'll go with my mince dinner. I still left my mince there for what I had there, the lamb liver. That's the kind of shit I eat, if I can help it, given a choice. Otherwise, you know, if you make me dinner and it's all out of packet, I'll eat it. But I'd rather go get my food from a butcher. Even though these days you cannot escape corn-fed animals, and animals that have been mass-produced, if you like. The chickens, they're all fed corn and stuff as well. Unless I get an organic, probably still fed corn. I'm just trying to avoid something, so it's probably better just to accept it and move along in the world. But where it can be done, I like to eat real food. There's no preservatives and no added things. Oh, my left eye is still tired. My left eye is still asleep. think we're just waiting for the bacon now. Look, you stripped my sausage out. So what have we got here? Pork, and more pork. Sweet. I've been looking forward to this. I was so hungry last night going to bed. It was too late by the time I'd got in bed and I was like, shit, I'm hungry. I was able to, you know, deal with the pangs, it's fine. It was more a case of, you know, when everything's fine except one little niggle. It was like that. It's not the elephants that get you, it's the mice. Not the hill in front of you, but the stone in your shoe. Go on. But no, wait, it's too early. I don't normally talk this much in the morning either. Oh dear. I've got a taste of a stuck black pudding now. Oh, one little bit of fat to cook and we are done. Oh God, wet my whistle. Bit of a mess in the pan. Deep fried chicken bouillon peeling off the sides. That all goes down the same old, guys. It's cold, it's basically a fridge out here, so there's been no bacteria festering. I also hung my pot up last night so that slugs can't get it. That doesn't stop them, just so you know. It's a preventative and deterrent. Oh, bloody hell. My ghetto bush seat is failing me. So for a cuppa, I'm going to have to heat my cup up with some water in it. Now where is my coffee? There's my lamb's liver. No coffee. Put it somewhere. I have seen it. It's not a loss. It's a misplaced. Cool. That is done. If I can heat it for just long enough to find my coffee, just long enough to heat up. Can't leave that there because obviously it's just balancing. Just for a minute. Yes, I remembered where I put it. I put it in my night hat, which I forgot to put my night hat on because I was warm before I went to bed. Oh well, we've got 3 logs to sit on now. got to pick your battles. I also tested out a couple of electronic hand warmers last night. They're not brilliant, you know. Pads there, I've never used a hand warming pad, so I can't tell you what they're like, but I've heard they're good. Pardon me. As soon as that burns, it's just going to drop, isn't it? There you go. Not even boiled over. Damn dogs, get out of my food. Dogs are good. I love dogs. But please, please, please teach them recall. Please. Like when they're a puppy and they're at your house, before you go outside, one of you stands one end of the room, the other stands the other. Call it. When it comes, give it a treat. And the other person calls it. When it comes, give it a treat. And then you either have a come command, like calling command, or you say their name in a very nice way. You never call their names like the Mendy or whatever their dog's name is, whatever. You know, you never shout at the dog like that because that's not how you dog. Teach them recall so that when as soon as you call them, they're coming straight back, right? This is pork palace. It's fried and crusted to the bottom. The other black pudding is. Thought it would be okay for a little while. Should have turned it sooner. Oh, my crusty scabs. On crusty. One apple teaser. Still hot. So once I finish breakfast, I'll take all this down and I'm gonna shove it all in the bag. I'm not gonna put it back into the little stuff sacks, and I'm gonna see if it fits. And if it all fits, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm chuffed to pieces. You know, it's not a competition. If you find something that's gonna benefit yourself, take what you need. But I am a little bit skeptical. The only thing I brought in out of the bag was the hammock itself. That was just shoved in the top. So I already employed that tactic when I was packing up. But the other stuff already had its own little stuff sacks and stuff. So I've forgotten my mic, ain't I? Hope you can hear me. I will take them out of their little stuff sacks, their little happy places. Alright, that bit was burnt. And yes, I did brush my teeth last night. and I brushed my skin this morning. No water, straight toothpaste. Bacon. Need beans. Okay, I'm going to finish this. I've got another one of each left, but 2 sausages. I'll come back to you. And my coffee, I'm going to call that drinkable. Cheers. Through the magic of television, always waiting to do that. Okay, so we are ready to pack up. There's my hand warmers. Fell out. So, through the magic of television, not a trace, except my chair. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell icon. You'll get notified for when I drop this kind of content. You can also support me at www.buymeacoffee.natty-bulk. This is how much I've saved. A bag of bags. It's unbelievable. I take my hat off and I fully agree. Probably saved about £2. I mean, obviously I want to carry extra, but I didn't need that stuff, and the bag packs down better. So it's a better all-round suggestion, and I rate it. I've now got to carry this extra. So, in conclusion, hammock camping might be a different kettle of fish in the summer. Otherwise, you've got to be prepared. The bottom pad that I made worked brilliantly, except there was some condensation because I had it the wrong way round. I had the silver at the top, it was meant to be at the bottom. I knew that, but I unfortunately put it in the wrong way. So when I was packing up, I noticed there was a bit of condensation there. So that'd be interesting to find out if I recreate that and put it the other way around, the correct way, that it creates a bit of insulation. I wanted to see if the pad was warm this morning. I totally forgot, but it wasn't cold when I tested it last night, but it wasn't like hot like your mattress would warm up sort of thing. Anyway, it's been amazing. I can't wait to get home and have a shower, sort myself out. I will see you on the next one. Someone's glad I'm back. She jumped straight in the car. Yes, Mitten. What's this? What have you been doing?